I love artless sound effects. I love freesounds.com, and I love going to YouTube, typing crackling campfire sound effect in the search bar, copying the link address to the first one I see, and pasting it into 4K video downloader. But sometimes I just can't find the sound that I'm looking for. That's why today we're talking about recording Foley sound effects. So I shot this video mostly at 60 frames per second and 96 frames per second on the Red Gemini, which doesn't record sound when you shoot high frame rates. And this is an ad for a local bar, so the main thing that it needs to do is make people want these drinks, and sound effects help a lot with that. Having some nice pour sound effects, some tasty refreshing ice sound effects, even the match striking. Obviously you're not gonna eat the match. Don't eat the match. It's gonna be very spicy. Don't eat the match. But it makes it tangible, it gives something tactile. I think it just makes the video better. You're not just getting sight, you're getting sound, you're getting taste. Your brain is gonna send those tastes directly to your taste buds after you watch this video. That's just how good it is. I don't really know what else to tell you. I wanted to run y'all through my process of recording sound effects to put in a video like this, so let's stop blabbing and get into it. If you do enjoy this video, if you like it, if you learned something, please hit like down below, helps grow the channel. So step one was actually editing the entire video and getting it to picture lock. So it is cut, colored, there's music in there. There's nothing else I need to do for this video except for add a logo at the end and do the sound design. So step two is gonna be watching through the video and making a list of everything that I think needs a sound effect. Obviously there's a lot of motion and movement in this video. There could be 1,000 sound effects. I'm not gonna do that for this. I think after going through everything, there were about 20 sound effects that I wanted to add. Not that crazy, but again, it really is gonna enhance this video. So after I make my list, I used artless sound effects for all of the ones that I pulled offline. They have a really good library, it's really easy to search, and then I was left with a list of sounds I need to record myself. That leads us to step number 4, recording those sounds. Also disclaimer, I am not an audio professional. As a filmmaker, I lean more towards the visuals and the storytelling, but doing solo filmmaking requires me to have a decent knowledge of a lot of different things and be well-rounded. But again, I am not a super duper professional. Let's get into recording this audio. Okay, so I'm using the Rode Video Mic NTG. This is an on-camera mic, it's battery powered, and I can change the gain on the mic. I also have it hooked up to, sorry, my dog is making a lot of dog sound effects. Whoa. I have it hooked up to the Rode Wireless Go so that I can have a wireless transmission from here to the camera. I'm just recording directly into the A7S III, which from what I've heard has pretty good preamps as far as like internal camera audio processing goes. I'm feeling pretty good about it. The main things I'm gonna make sure of are that I keep my sounds physically close to the camera as much as I can. That way I'm not getting like this big boomy echoey noise, and that the audio sounds supernatural. Not supernatural like ghosts, but like very natural, so that the audio sounds very natural, and then I can have a good amount of volume, a good amount of loudness, and then I can take it in post, add some reverb, lower the volume to help it sit in the mix. Let's do it. All right, so we have 12 notes, 12 sound effects that we have to record. Number 1 is picking up a lemon and putting down a knife. Let me grab that stuff. It doesn't have to be an actual lemon. So I don't really want the sound of the bowl clinking. I'm just gonna click the lemons together. And then I'll get the knife sound to add after. It doesn't show on frame, but I'd still like to have it. Next is dropping these raspberries into a wine glass before you muddle them up. I got some blackberries right here. They're old and I'm not gonna eat them. They're like shriveled up. So now we're gonna work on the pours, and I don't have the little cap that you put on a liquor bottle to like get that little thin stream. I'm just gonna use this measuring cup because at least it has a little nozzle to give us some sort of thin stream instead of pouring it straight out of a cup. All right, so the main noise we want is the water actually hitting the berries. So let me reposition this mic. Turn this gain down just a little bit, and let's try it. I think that might have been a little too thick. I'm gonna go for it again. I have a berry muddler. Just do that one with my mouth. Okay, I do not have one of these little berry muddler things. I'm gonna use an ice cream scoop. Got a nice little sound. Let's see what happens. Try not to break this wine glass, bro. I'm really not sure about that one, but we'll see what happens. Let me get a little bit more. That was it. That's the one. That's the one. All right, I'm gonna get some ice for our delicious beverage right here. So I don't have any crushed ice like there is in this video. I got big refrigerator cubes. And again, trying to keep the sounds similar. So let's hope this works. All right, this is a nice stirring shot. Kind of this staggered half stir. Let's check it out. All right, I think we're good on that. 6 more. Shaker with ice and drink. I'm no mixologist, okay? Shoot, that's cold. All right, the next one is a little bit tricky because it's him removing the shaker from the glass. Now, I can do that with the glass. I'm kind of scared I'm gonna make a huge mess and also like not be able to get it out. I can't even get this thing. Nope, that glass is not big enough. Actually, I think I got it. We are definitely peaking right there. My note for this one is glass clink and pick up after and clink again at 34 seconds. Let's see what the heck that means. Yay! I think that's it, putting it in the glass, because this fake marble doesn't sound like real marble. I freaking love this mic, dude. Being able to just turn the gain up and down right here, and again, instead of having to walk all the way over there to my camera, is a game changer, because I can just flip it up for my voice and turn it way up for really quiet sounds. You know how volume knobs work. Okay, so this one is him squirting these little bitters or whatever the heck this is into the glass. I'm gonna pour our delicious blueberry, blackberry water that I have all over my shirt that I was wanting to wear today. And then the reason I got the sesame oil is because it's the only thing that I have where you gotta do, you know, that like, you know, to get it out. You know what I'm talking about. Dang, this stuff smells good. If you're not cooking with sesame oil, what are you doing? Let's see how this sounds. I mean, that was absolutely perfect, I'm not gonna lie. That is disgusting, dude. And this one is this kind of slower pour. I don't really know how I'm gonna do this because it's in slow-mo, but I really want that like ice crackling sound, so I'm gonna go after it. I think I need hot water to pour over the ice to get that kind of crackling sound, so I'm gonna get some hot water. We got a nice crack in there. There's only one more, and it is cleaning off the counter, so I'm gonna clean off the counter. Okay, sweet. I think I got everything that I needed. I'm gonna take these sounds, fit them in the mix, maybe put some effects on them to help them sit in the mix better, and I'll explain everything that I do when I get done. Okay, so the video's done, all the sound effects are in there. Let me just run you through real quick what I did to implement them, and then we'll watch the video with just sound effects and then the final product. So it was actually super simple. I dropped in that video that I was shooting downstairs, cut it down to where I could see just the takes of sound effects I was doing, and then color coded them all. Blue is some kind of ice crunching or pour. Purple is the muddling of the berries or the berries dropping. Just something that would give me a way to quickly reference what sound effect was what track. Then I did one of my favorite things when editing, a stacked timeline. So I have the actual video timeline on top and then all the sound effects on bottom. You can see it's titled sound effects only. And then I would just watch through the video and see what take fit best for the visual that was on screen. There's a few of them where you can see I chopped it up, I moved certain sounds around. And then after that, I went back through and did my entire audio leveling. So I set my music to be topping out at -6 decibels. That's usually where I'll put dialogue, but since there's no dialogue in this video, I let the music sit at -6, and then for the sound effects, I try to hover between -15 and -10 decibels. But the same way, like when you're color grading or editing a video, I didn't rely strictly on that measurement. For a lot of them, I would listen and feel it out, you know, whatever felt the best. That's what sound design is for, in my opinion. Creating a feeling, enhancing a feeling. For example, this bell ringing sound effect. The first time I exported it, it was very loud. So I went back and turned that down. I went back and turned down these wine glass polishing sound effects. This is one of them that I got off Artlist, and if I turn them back up or isolate it, you're gonna hear that it doesn't like quite fit the motion that's happening. Check it out. So I turned it down, and once the music is on, once it's in the mix, you can kind of hear those like, but you can't hear all of them, and you can't tell that it's not perfectly fitting. And then on a few of them, I put some noise reduction, some denoiser, just to get rid of kind of ambient room tone. But yeah, I didn't put any other effects, no reverb, no delay. I didn't even EQ any of these sounds, which actually surprised me, but I guess I wanted a natural sound for this video. I think they fit well in the mix. There's no risers or whooshes or any other kind of modern sound effects in this video, so I didn't think that the Foley sound effects needed to have any, you know, spice or sauce of reverb or delay or whatever else you would put. Got a big stretch going on right here. Come here. What do you think about these sounds? But yeah, let's check out the video with just sound effects, and then we'll do one final watch through to see the final product. I think some of it still sounds a little bit silly when you hear it isolated, but again, what really matters is the final mix and how it makes you feel and what you can hear. So let's check out the final video. Alright y'all, that is all I have for y'all today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had a good time. Like I mentioned earlier, this video was shot on the Red Gemini. And if you're like, wow, this video looks really good and I would love to get a look like that, check out last week's video. It's all about the Red Komodo, which is Red's relatively budget camera, and I kind of pit it against the Red Gemini and talk about, does it live up to the Red name and image quality and all of that good stuff. If that sounds interesting to you, go check out this video. If not, I'll see you next time. Thanks y'all. See ya.